What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like Beezy. But make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay, it's in the description down below. Your boy Jay will be live streaming 007 First Light, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all go follow me on Twitch. Like I said, y'all, 10 Thou Wow is on the way. And I probably put this video in the true story or something, you know what I mean? Probably the true story playlist section or something, or the true crime or something, you know what I mean? I'm really trying to make up my mind or something, you feel me? But it's gonna be in one of them two playlists or something, you feel me? But we got the bank heist of the century. And man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Every time I hear about bank heist, I think about money heist, money heist, money heist, money heist, money heist. You know the crazy thing about money heist is that we're not supposed to be going for the bad guys. Can somebody tell me why is that always the case? Why is that always the case? Like when it comes to movies that we're supposed to go against the bad guys. Like when we watching Money Heist, why are we going for the professor? Why are we going for Tokyo? Why are we going for Berlin? Those the bad guys. And then when they die, we feel sorry for them. It's like, is that supposed to happen? You feel me? Bad guys supposed to get consequences, but it's like we start looking at the good guys like they the problem. Why you kill Tokyo? Tokyo really ain't get killed. Tokyo killed itself, but why you kill Berlin, bro? You're lame as heck for that twin killing Berlin. But I was heated when Berlin got killed. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I'm like, we're really supposed to be on the police side to catch these mother effers. It's crazy how we just be like for the Sopranos. I'm rooting for freaking Tony Soprano. And I'm looking at the police like they doing something wrong when the whole time Tony Soprano, you feel me? Like it's crazy work, bro. But in real life, like it's nothing like that in real life, though. Like in real life, bro, we against the bad guys for sure. But it's just something about movies, like we always go for the bad guy for something. I don't know. I can't help myself, bro.
Cash depot in Sweden. She's counting banknotes, tons of money. But by now, it's just pieces of paper to her. Routine, really. Just like these headphones she and the others are wearing to block out the noise. But suddenly, a new sound starts to creep in. Wait, is that a
helicopter? The freak?
This is the beginning of one of the most spectacular bank heists in history. Robbers will strike several locations across Sweden at the exact same time. The police will be outmatched, the authorities humiliated, and millions in cash will be stolen.
I know they ain't get away with it.
The chase will lead investigators to Eastern Europe. And, of all things, the security camera at a local McDonald's will provide a crucial clue. We dug through countless court documents to piece together how the Vestberga heist actually went down, and who was really behind it.
I know they ain't get away with it. I know that for certain. Don't do this, okay? I don't want nobody to be inspired. Well, they got away with it, so can I. Sit your butt down now. You're gonna be serving 45 years to life. Even when it came to the professor was supposed to been got screwed over. Y'all already know when y'all watching Money Heist, the professor was supposed to been got caught. Luck was on that boy's side. And that he was smart as a mother effer. You know what I mean? Bank Heist, bro, it's no way they got away with this. It's no way that they got away with this.
2009. Spectacular robberies in Sweden have been making headlines for several years now. But this heist tops everything. As the international press turns its attention to the small town of Vestberga, the authorities are clueless. How much money was stolen? How many robbers were involved? And why couldn't the police stop them? According to a Swedish daily newspaper, police didn't reach the cash depot until 30 minutes after the alarm was triggered. Meanwhile, the nearest police station
30 minutes after?
A 15-minute walk away.
What y'all doing, eating donuts? Drinking coffee?
Official statements are vague. The security company that owns the cash depot stays quiet too. G4S is one of the largest security firms in the world. They install security systems and protect sites such as nuclear power plants in the US and even the Pentagon. Right before the end of the month, depots like this one are packed with cash, so people across Sweden can withdraw their salaries the moment the money arrives. A pretty good time to strike. So far,
you know, one thing I realized too, that all our money isn't in the bank. That's one thing I realized, y'all. And for me, I encourage everybody, you know what I mean, to make multiple banks. Make multiple bank accounts. I don't know why I felt like I had to say that. Bro, make multiple bank accounts. You know, it's people in this world that's sitting around with one bank account. Now, what if that bank, something happened with that bank and you can't get your money? I always keep my money spread it out. Yeah, I got 3. And like I said, I rock with credit unions. You know what I mean? I got 2 credit unions and 1 bank. And then I hold cash with me. So I got my money in 4 different places. Some cash with me, some in that bank, some in that bank, and some in that bank. Do you really only have 1 bank account? And it's not hard to open up bank accounts. I mean, for a credit union, it's kind of a little bit difficult. Not difficult, but you know what I'm saying? But you just can't. It's different when it comes to a credit union. But you can still open up a bank. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all have 1 bank account. That is so dangerous to have 1 bank account. Something happened to that bank. I forgot what happened, bro. It's called the Y2K. What's it called? The Y2K or something? Something happened with the banks or something. I don't know, bro. But something happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where the transaction was this close to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's like, bro, your money isn't safe in the bank like you think it is. I prefer, bro, to spread their money around, bro. Don't just have your money in 1 bank. That's the worst thing you can do, bro. Because banks, bro.
Is clear. This
no,
is the
bro.
first robbery in Sweden.
You're trusting somebody else with your money. Heck no. My money is spread it out. And like I said, sometimes, bro, I'm not going to tell y'all that, but I was finna tell y'all, but yeah, I'm not going to tell you that.
It's a helicopter. A Bell 2.
I know when to keep my mouth closed. I know when to say things and when not to say things.
One of the best-selling models ever.
I would not say that.
It can carry 5 people, including the pilot, but it isn't built for heavy loads.
Will not say that.
One Swedish criminologist speculates that the robbers could have stolen up to 1 billion kroner from the depot. Back then, about $130 million. Helicopter experts, on the other hand, say that carrying that much cash, it should have crashed. So how the hell did they pull this off? September 23, the early morning hours. Mittinge, a small town known for its sea views and peaceful atmosphere, is asleep. Alongside holiday homes, the town also has a hangar, housing these 2 helicopters. They belong to the Stockholm police. And this man sneaking through the bushes has his eye on them. Under each arm is carrying a plastic box.
The mother ever stole a helicopter.
The man places the first box in front of the hangar. Then he moves to the back and places the second one. Then he returns to the hangar's entrance and pulls out a hatchet. He smashes the numbered entry pad several times. Finally, he disappears back into the darkness.
It's a bomb?
And then, nothing happens. The man walks to the nearest bus stop and gets rid of his gear. His part of the job is done. Now it's up to the others. Back at the depot. Down here, Jenny and her colleagues are counting cash. Up here, a Bell 206 barrels toward the building. With remarkable precision, it lands on the roof, perfectly positioned between the glass pyramid and the edge. 3 people jump out. One is carrying a submachine gun. Another runs straight toward the pyramid and swings a huge sledgehammer at the glass. Again and again. Meanwhile, his accomplice calmly unloads his gear. Explosives, climbing ropes, and mailbags. 2 ladders are attached to the helicopter's skids. The robbers detach one of them and set it down beside the chopper. After a few more swings, the glass gives way. The helicopter lifts off. The robbers enter the building.
So I guess they went through the window so the alarm wouldn't come on.
Them. He knows they're coming for the counting room, so he rushes back and yells, "Secure the money!" Then he triggers the alarm and calls building security. Jenny still doesn't fully clock what's going on, but her boss's instructions are clear. The cash has to be locked away in these cages, made of reinforced steel, secured with padlocks. It's still quiet at the police station, about a 10-minute drive from Vestberga. Inspector Göran Palm is about to finish his shift. He's waiting for his colleague to take over. When suddenly, the alarm sounds. Immediately, Inspector Palm rushes to his car. A colleague jumps in after him. They're told that the alarm came from the G4S cash depot. Helicopter, armed men, on the roof. Palm speeds toward the scene. He feels like he's starring in a Hollywood movie. Soon, they're closing in on the depot.
Dang.
When Palm spots something...
Pushing on 180?
The officers jump out of the car to find out what just happened. Chains
Wow.
stretched across...
How the freak did they know y'all was finna come? Wow, that was crazy. So they probably, oh my God, so they put
Jump out
chains.
of the car
Wow.
to find out what
They
just
10 steps ahead when it come to y'all. They put chains in the middle of the freaking road. So they knew y'all were coming this way.
happened.
They know your route and they know everything. Oh my
Stretched
good
across
God,
the
I'm out of
entire
dog.
road and studded with spikes.
Crazy work.
The robbers
That's the definition of 10 steps ahead.
are inside the building now. They set up a ladder to climb up to the 6th floor. The main vault where the money is usually stored is on the 2nd floor, but the counting room is up here. To get there, this glass pane needs to go. Hitting it with a sledgehammer doesn't work, so the robber uses explosives. He presses a bomb made of dynamite against the glass, connects a wire, and detonates it. They enter the office and smash through this simple door. Now, just a single steel door separates the robbers from the cash depot's staff. In the counting room, the staff is still frantically securing the money. When they hear the explosion, they panic. The team leader has been trained for a lot of things, but not for this. Then there's another explosion.
Dang.
The robbers are trying to get through the
The freaking door made of titanium? Golly.
They panic. The team leader has been trained for
Freaking
a
door
lot
made of
of things, but not
titanium.
for this. Then there's another.
See that? Look at that door.
The
Dang.
robbers are trying to get through the door. The explosion mangles the metal around the handle, but it stays intact. But after a third explosion, smoke enters the room. The staff needs to get out of here, fast. The team leader orders everyone into the main vault on the 2nd floor. They leave the room through a secondary exit, take the stairs down several floors, and enter an airlock just outside the main vault. The airlock is designed.
That's for me for sure. I'm not finna protect this dang money. This ain't my money. You know what I mean? And even it, like I said, for me, one thing that I do, and I tell y'all this, like I said, I'm the real definition of thinking 10 steps ahead too. I carry 2 wallets. I told y'all this before, and I'm gonna say it again. It's possible you need to carry 2 wallets. I have dollar bills. I have $3 in one of my wallet, $3 and some cards that I don't care about. I always keep that wallet on top of my real wallet, just in case if somebody tries to rob me. I give them that wallet right there. They see the money, they see the cards, they thinking that it's actually something, but it's really BS cards and $3 in the wallet. I got the money showing for a reason. So you look down, fluff. Don't even know I'm armed. I always carry around 2 wallets. Carry around 2 wallets. Don't carry around one. You know what I mean? So I can give you that one wallet, you know what I mean, to keep you distracted. And then while you're looking through it, I'm going to just shoot you in your ish. You know what I'm saying? All about thinking 10 steps ahead, man. You know what I mean? You got to be real smart. You use your brain. You can survive out here. Like I said, there's no such thing as being the toughest guy out here. I'm not trying to be the toughest. I'm trying to be the smartest. Cause I know half of y'all don't use your brain. So like, that's my advantage when it comes to people. I know half of y'all don't use your dang brain. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, how I can beat these people, outsmart them. I don't got to lay a finger on you. I can get you killed by my brain. I can get you to kill yourself if I outthink you. It's all about outsmarting people nowadays. Ain't nobody trying to out-tough you. I'll leave a situation, you know what I mean? If I see that it ain't in my favor, I'll leave the situation. Let you think you won, but the whole time you really finna lose. You know what I'm saying? I use my brain, bro. Try to outthink people.
For one person.
Because a lot of these folks that's walking around this world isn't clever. It's only a few that's clever. And I put myself in that box. Whether you think or not.
People have to squeeze inside.
Think I'm clever?
Including
think I'm not.
Woman. In this hermetically sealed room, there's no cell reception. The group leader can't call building security or anyone else. And the door to the vault won't open.
It won't open. They're stuck?
Their colleagues in the vault room are also panicking. Building security has instructed them to keep the airlock door closed. They have no visual on the robbers. Maybe they're even hiding among the employees in the airlock. It's so cramped in here that no one can move. The air is stuffy, the heat almost unbearable. Yenny's colleague struggles to pull out a photo of her daughter. If the robbers want to get into the vault by blowing their way through the airlock, no one here will survive. Meanwhile, the robbers have entered the counting room. They carve into the cage's padlocks with a buzzsaw. The locks are gone within seconds. While they're packing, they seem oddly calm, as if they know that no one will catch them anytime soon. Robbing a place is a pretty unethical way to make money. But let's look at this list real quick. Rural and barely making it. Or this one, ethnic second city strugglers. Or our personal favorite, credit crunched city families. These are real marketing lists, full of vulnerable people to be targeted by predatory ads. Hey, we heard you broke. Worried about securing your kid's future?
Oh, that's a freaking sponsor, bro. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was threw off a little bit. I was like, okay. Kind of was threw off. But yeah, that's a good sponsor, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, a good sponsor. Hey, look here. You know what I mean? Do not trust anything, y'all. I remember I got hacked by email. You know what I mean? When I had my old freaking channel, bro, hacker got me through a freaking Gmail, through a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Haven't freaking answered a Gmail ever since. You know what I mean?
The spiked chains.
Yeah, all them stuff that be popping up, just use your computer. Stop downloading stuff. Yeah.
Drove into aren't the only ones. All around the depot, every access road is blocked by metal chains about 10 meters long. If a police car...
So hold on. So they got them in all type of... Oh my God. So these boys, like, they doing like this 10 steps ahead for real. So they don't only have that in one area. They got that in multiple areas. So what that's telling me is that these dudes have studied their route. You know what I mean? They're not just out here just doing a heist. I mean, shoot. Who the freak finna just do a heist? You know what I mean? This months of planning. You know what I mean? Months of planning.
The spiked chains...
Ain't nobody finna just go out and just do a heist. So I'm not surprised that they're doing this right here.
All around the depot, every access road is blocked by metal chains about 10 meters long. If a police car drove over one of these chains, its tires would instantly be sliced open. The robbery's been in progress for more than 15 minutes.
They gone.
The helicopter's still circling above, meaning the robbers are still inside. Police request aerial support from the military, but the armed forces can't provide any aircraft. Instead, police helicopters are ordered in. We don't know exactly how, but Inspector Palm eventually gets close to the depot. He sets up a roadblock a few hundred meters away from the building. When Palm and his colleagues ask whether they're allowed to fire at the helicopter, the answer is a strict no. It's too dangerous.
Why not? Too dangerous for what?
They're ordered to wait for the national...
Oh, for the civilians?
Palm is frustrated. All he can do is stand there and wait. Luckily, a police helicopter must already be on its way. Or is it? At 5:30 in the morning, police officers in Mittinga receive an alert. Robbery ongoing, a helicopter is involved. Air support required. 2 officers race toward the hangar. Their helicopter was returned just hours earlier. They'll have it ready in 10 minutes and be over Vestberga 15 minutes after the alarm. But at the entrance, they stop. Is that a bomb? There's no way they can reach the helicopter. And even if they could they really risk taking off in a fuel-filled helicopter next to explosives?
That's freaking crazy, bro. So they stole the helicopter. They stole one helicopter, right? They went and stole their helicopter. And after stealing their helicopter, you feel me? They placed a bomb on the helicopter and outside of the entrance so they wouldn't get to the helicopter. I'm not gonna lie, even though these some wicked mother effers, you know what I mean? These some thieves amongst thieves, you know what I mean? This some very smart ish right here, man.
The 2 officers have only one option.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking about you looking like a fool right now.
Wait at a safe distance.
Them boys making y'all look like a fool.
So the White Bell 206 keeps circling above the cash depot, unbothered. The security team watches as the intruders reappear in the courtyard and make their way toward the roof, carrying at least 7 bags.
Crazy.
They hoist them up.
Outsmarted.
The 3 men climb the ladders. One hesitates for a moment, as if he wants to go back in to get more of the money.
Bro, go, bro.
Then they jump into the helicopter.
Already got. You see what greed does to you, bro? You already got $131 million, and you still want to go out and get more. So it's like I said, you got away with this probably now, bro. But like I said, the consequence. I'm telling you, bro. Consequences always come back. Whether if it's 10 years from now, you're not gonna get away with this, bro.
30 minutes.
Got away with it for a little moment, bro.
They disappear into the morning sky.
God sees everything you did. You didn't get away with it, bro.
When the SWAT team enters,
because you know what? They gonna want to do it again. That's the downfall when it comes to most criminals. Well, got away with that right there, so I can get away with it again. I got away with that bank heist, so how many more bank heists can I get away with? That's the downfall of criminals. Thinking just because I got away with one thing, I can do it again over and over and over and over again. And then eventually you get caught. And then that time that you get caught, it's over, brother. It's over. That time you get caught, ain't no going back after that. Life without parole. Like I said, y'all, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I know a lot of y'all know what I'm finna say. You can do things 1,000 times. It only take you getting caught one time. That's the thing. That's why criminals never last. New criminals will rise amongst us. For sure. They always do. But they going to get caught just like the old criminals. Because you know why? Police officers, we can mess up 1,000 times. All we got to do is be perfect one time. But y'all, you can be perfect 1,000 times. All it takes for you to just mess up one time. You see that? It's not an even playing field out in there. So it's like when it comes to them, they gonna be in jail sooner or later. Either jail or death, because you know why? They gonna want more. They gonna want to do it again. They ain't gonna be satisfied with the 131 million.
Locked door in the cash depot opens.
We got 131 million. Okay, now we can get 450 million.
The team leader, Yenny, and her colleagues are safe. At the police hangar in Mittinga, the bomb squad is in full swing. They use a water cannon to neutralize the bombs. But there are no explosions and no smoke. As the special unit approaches, they find two very wet plastic boxes with lights attached.
What?
They fell for dummies.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, about a kilometer away,
it wasn't even a bomb.
Firefighters are putting out a small roadside fire at a bus stop.
You said they fell for dummies. Who's the dumb one? Y'all or them? They can't be that dumb if they got y'all with it.
In the ashes, they find remains of a mask, gloves, a hatchet, a canister, and a lighter. Around 6 a.m., people in nearby towns spot an object in the sky. A small white helicopter flying unusually low and slow over the forests. Not a single light is on. The robbers land in a forested park. They take everything with them, leaving only a GPS device and a few cable ties behind. Investigators find the helicopter about 2 hours later. They learn it was stolen from a flight school about 70 kilometers northeast of Stockholm just after 4 a.m.
A manhunt is underway this morning.
As the country wakes up, the heist dominates the news. A reward of about $900,000 is offered for information on the robbers. The next day, the Swedish police still have no suspects, despite the fact that they knew about the planned helicopter heist long before it happened.
How?
A month before the heist, Swedish police receive a warning from Serbia's intelligence service. A crew of international thieves is planning to strike.
Told y'all, before destruction is always a warning. Never fails. Before destruction is always a warning. So you know what they didn't do? You got the warning, but you didn't take heed to the warning. So guess what happened? Destruction.
Serbian police even share specifics.
You got a warning.
A helicopter is to be used. 3 robbers will carry out the job, backed by a group of around 20 people.
Still didn't.
The chopper will land on the roof of a multi-story building. The crew will blast their way inside and in under 5 minutes grab the equivalent of roughly $13 million. The whole thing will go down by September 16 at the latest. If not, the plan will be called off. The Swedish police put security measures in place. The public prosecutor authorizes phone surveillance of 2 suspects. As a precaution, police helicopters are moved from Mittinga to a safe location. For the planned break-in, the police identified the most likely target, the Panaxia Cash Depot in Bromma in western Stockholm. The second most likely target, the G4S Depot in Västberga. For 4 weeks, authorities remain on high alert, reinforcing their task forces during the nights around September 16. But then, nothing happens, in Bromma or in Västberga. So the police end the special operation, and the police helicopters move back.
So they did take heed to the warning.
Tinga.
Wow.
That's not the only vulnerability the robbers exploit. In the early 2000s, Sweden sees a string of robberies. The companies hit hardest are the ones that run cash depots. They're looking for help, including from the government. As early as 2005, a security company urged the government to place all cash depots and similar facilities under state protection. A formal review followed and ran for 3 years, but the Ministry of Defense took no action. Because the authorities never classified these facilities as protected sites, virtually anyone can access the building's blueprints. Floor plans of the roofs and facades, staircases and windows, everything neatly documented level by level. A Swedish news outlet later asked G4S whether the company had attempted to make the Vesperga building plans confidential. G4S didn't respond. But by then, it didn't matter. The money was gone, and so were the thieves. But they didn't vanish without a trace. In fact, they left quite a bit behind. The burned remains at the bus stop in Mittinge, for example, the cable ties used to secure the ladders to the helicopter, the sledgehammer that smashed the glass roof, including bloodstains. Because the heist was so meticulously planned, police believe the masterminds must have had military training. In all of Sweden, only a small circle of people could be capable of pulling off a coup like this. Thanks to the warning from Serbia, the Swedish police started surveilling this circle in time. Now they're sitting on a mountain of data, calls, texts, pages upon pages of logs. One of the people under surveillance is a man called Goran Bojevic, a 38-year-old Swede with parents from Montenegro. Until recently, he worked as a construction contractor. According to Serbian wiretaps, he was recently in contact with a childhood friend, Milan Zevo, who made a career in a completely different field, the Stockholm Mafia. Zevo has since relocated to Serbia's capital, Belgrade. In 2009, Bojevic traveled to Belgrade multiple times to meet Zevo. According to the wiretap, Bojevic handed over large sums of money during these visits. Swedish police realized that Bojevic is asking Zevo for help. At the end of August, the two speak on the phone. You know what? I called a school here and asked how much it costs to learn it. 15,000 euros. Bojevic wants to learn to fly a helicopter. Zevo shuts the idea down. Pilot training would take way too long. So Bojevic starts looking into another solution. It's September 2, 3 weeks before the heist. Bojevic is
I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I don't know why Ish Love happening in September. I don't know what it is about my birthday month, bro. Bro, 9/11. I mean, like, what? I'm like, bro. And I just recognized it, bro. Like, when I react to true crime, not even this video, bro. It's just like, when I react to true crime in general, guess what's the month that things happen the most in is September, bro. I don't know what it is about September, bro. But I've just seen like a pattern where things just happen in September, man. You know what I'm saying? What the freak is it when it comes to September? September 9th, September 28th, September 15th, September 11th. You know what I mean? It's like, good God, man.
Car.
What is it about the month of September?
In Stockholm. It has a museum.
Of course, things happen in other months, but
Bojevic is here to meet these two men.
September, man.
For him. He walks up to them and sits down between them. Just a few meters away, a woman walks her dog. Her real job is to observe Goran Bojevic. She can't hear exactly what the men are saying.
You a spy?
She can only keep an eye on them. The three chat for about 5 minutes with Bojevic doing most of the talking. Then, handshakes. One man walks with Bojevic to his car while the other gets into a Peugeot and drives off. On September 28, 5 days after the heist, the police and a Swedish court announced that
see what I'm saying?
suspects have been
Look
arrested.
at this.
One of the suspects is...
Even if it ain't no crime, it's stuff always going down in September. See what I'm saying? I told y'all. Why you can't go into October, November? It's still, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all.
A Swedish court announced that...
Pay attention, bro. Pay attention when I do true crime. I want y'all to pay attention for now, y'all. Pay attention. I pick up on patterns, bro. I want y'all to pay attention, bro. Every time, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm always looking, I'm like, bro, why is it always September, bro? Y'all pay attention. I want y'all, from now on, going forward, I want y'all to pay attention to the month.
Have been arrested.
I bet you it's going to be another September. I bet you it's going to be something happening in September. Well, they got arrested in September. How much on the bet? Something else going to happen in September.
Goran Bojevic. Searching his apartment, investigators found a bag.
I told you ain't going to get away with nothing. I told you I ain't going to get away with nothing. I told you. The consequence don't always come in for next day after that. I told you that.
About 118,500 kroner, roughly $15,000 at the time. He's believed to have put the team together. Another man is arrested at Arlanda Airport before he can escape to the Canary Islands. The press nicknames him Flicked.
Guess what they gonna do? Guess what they gonna do? Talk.
In Swedish.
They gonna talk.
His real name is Alexander Eriksson.
That's how you gonna kiss the other three.
Producer who runs in high society circles with Swedish celebrities. He's even rumored to be in contact with the Prime Minister. Between October and December, police arrest 7 more men accused of helping plan or taking part in the heist.
Let's go.
One of them is believed to have planted the fake bombs. His DNA is found in the remains of the gloves and the lighter.
Stupid.
In January, investigators identified the man who carried the submachine gun. The police already know him. His name is Zada Kadum, and this was his second armed robbery. Back in 2000, he and a gang stole invaluable art.
Dang, what type of laws y'all got in Sweden? I know for armed robbery in America, that's 25 plus years off the bat.
National Museum.
America don't play that.
Caught and served 2 years in prison.
2 years for armed robbery?
He's been caught again. In July 2010,
bury him under the jet.
Presses charges. While the 10 arrests are seen as a major success for the investigation, authorities believe there must have been more people involved behind the scenes. For over 10 months, the police gather evidence and interview witnesses. 50 investigators work the case full time.
Dang, 50.
By now, they have a clear picture of how much the robbers managed to steal. Almost 40 million kroner, about $5 million at the time.
You stole 5 million, bro.
They managed to get away by helicopter.
I thought y'all stole 131 million.
Just under a year after the robbery, the 10 men stand trial. 5 of them were accused of being directly involved in the heist. The other 5 face charges of aiding and abetting. The public prosecutor is confident there's enough evidence to convict all of them. But the men deny the charges. Take Alexander Eriksson, the TV producer. He's accused of flying the helicopter on the night of the heist. No way, he insists. His DNA in the stolen helicopter? That's easily explained, he says. After all, the chopper was stolen from the flight school he's been a member of for 15 years. The undercover officer at the museum clearly identifies him as the man in the suit at the meeting with Boyevich. Eriksson admits he was at the meeting. And yes, he talked to Boyevich, but about wind power, since Boyevich works in construction. He claims to have an alibi, too. On the night of the heist, he was involved in a car accident. But there's a problem. An hour after the supposed accident, he's spotted at a local McDonald's, about a 30-minute walk from where the helicopter was later found. Surveillance footage shows Eriksson calmly ordering breakfast just before 7 a.m. How did he get from a car crash in central Stockholm to a McDonald's in the suburbs? The prosecution is convinced that 2 of the other defendants staged the crash to give him an alibi. Surprisingly, one of them, Zada Kadum, admits his involvement. Investigators found his blood on multiple pieces of evidence. The other defendants continue to deny.
Think you're so smart, but you're so dumb. But I tell you,
18 days of trial, 7 of the 10 defendants are convicted. Alexander Eriksson and Zada Kadum are each sentenced to 7 years in prison for armed robbery.
7 years. Yeah. Sweden, bro. No wonder you got a lot of bank robberies. 7 years for that. Bro, America, bro, you're getting buried under, you're getting 25 plus years. For sure. 7+ years. Even if you man, bro.
Other 5 defendants are found guilty of aiding, abetting, and protecting criminals, including Goran Boyevich, who also goes to prison. Before the trial, they were seen as daring, clever crooks. None of them were elite soldiers in the Balkan Wars, as was speculated. But the trial stripped them of their mystique. They turned out to be nothing more than a ragtag group of violent criminals. After the heist, heated debate broke out in Sweden over how such attacks could be prevented in the future. Trade unions spoke out. Handling cash creates a dangerous work environment for employees. So, for their protection, maybe they should just get rid of it. According to a report from the banking union, 1 in 4 retail workers had already been a victim of a robbery, some multiple times. And according to an anti-cash lobby group, 2 out of every 3 Swedish kroner in circulation was actually unreported money. The helicopter heist in Vestberga contributed to a shift in thinking. Over time, cash gradually disappeared from daily life. Sweden was the first country in Europe to print paper money back in 1661. About 350 years later, it was one of the first to start abandoning it. The number of robberies in Sweden dropped dramatically. In 2008, there were over 100. By 2016, it was down to just 2.
Hey.
Today, many shops only accept cashless payment. Theft happens online now. In 2025, the Swedish Central Bank reported that Sweden and Norway had the least cash in circulation relative to their economies of any countries in the world. But some cash is still around, and someone somewhere has quite a lot of it, because the money from the Vestberga heist was never recovered.
Well, that was the bank heist of the century, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, yeah, definitely somebody, not everybody got caught. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that nobody talked. Somebody probably did, but You just never know, you know what I mean? But this will be in the true crime or true story playlist section, or I'll put it in both of them. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all go follow my Twitch, subscribe to my second channel, man. It's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy. Before you end up like Beezy, man, your boy Jay's out, man. Gang.